Hello everyone, I hope everyone's doing well. It's been kind of crazy out in the universe, especially for folks like me who are very, very sensitive to all the energy that just flies around from other people, also the alignment of the planets. I mean, I don't know too much about astrology, but I'm starting to get into that a little bit, and I know that the planets have been kind of wacky and making everyone a little, feel a little funky, whether they're conscious of it or not. Everyone's been feeling the effects of the the placements of the planets, and also the solar flares and everything's just kind of been insane lately. And also, since we passed 2012, I think things kind of opened. I think it was in December the 21st, right? And that's when the big shift was going to come for everybody, allegedly. So I just think the past few months have been pretty insane. But anyways, today I want to talk about the importance of believing in yourself. And I know this sounds so cliche and so overdone and so pushy and so blah. And I want to change that. I think it's out there already to, believe in yourself, follow your dreams, and follow your heart. And these are the kinds of messages that have been out there for quite a while, right? And we just push them and push them. But we don't really take a minute to sit back and say, hey, what does that really mean? What does it really mean to love yourself? What does it really mean to believe in yourself? What does it really mean to follow your dreams and to listen to your heart and all these things, right? Because it's just one of those things that you just spit out, and I feel like we spit out a lot of sayings, and I think we're just so used to saying them after generation and generation, and they just fly off our tongue. They just go bleh, and it's like, what do people say? Verbal diarrhea, like kind of, like we just spit out all this stuff all the time without really realizing what we're saying and what the message actually is. And so I just want to give my spin on what it means to really believe in yourself and the importance of it. Believing in yourself is really where everything starts. It's really where everything stems back to. And it doesn't matter who believes in you and who doesn't, and how many people believe in you and how many people don't, and who supports you and who doesn't. And if you believe in yourself, bottom line, you can accomplish anything. You can break any habit, you can break any addiction. And I speak from experience, and this is why I am able to share this. I'm not going to stand here and just be speaking about stuff that doesn't resonate with me or things that I don't believe in. I think I'm just here to share my experiences and share what I believe in and what I resonate with and the messages that I feel guided to say. And I speak from experience. I would not be where I am today if I didn't believe in myself on some level. Now, it doesn't mean that every day of my life I've fully, been confident in myself. I'm human, and we all have days where we feel shitty, and we have days where we don't feel confident, and we have days where we don't know what the hell's going on and how we're going to get out of a mess, or how we're going to heal ourselves, or to get better, or to break an addiction or a habit, or how we're going to do whatever, or how we're going to achieve any of our dreams, We all have those days. I've had many of those days, but it goes down to the root of it, and you have to believe in yourself on some level. And if you just believe in yourself this much is all it takes. Honestly, you just need this much, like a little bit of that confidence and that faith. If you have this much faith, you can get through anything. And I promise you that, because I have been there. And this is a practice. This is something that doesn't just happen overnight, and it's not just, I love myself today, I'm going to be good for the rest of my life. This is a practice. This is something that you need to constantly be working on for the rest of your life, and myself included. This is, this goes for everybody. It's not an ending thing. We're always growing and evolving and changing, and, that's what it's all about. It's just about being kind of open to that idea that it's not about getting to this perfect place, or thinking that you'll be deserving one day, or thinking that you'll be able to achieve your dreams one day, or that you'll be there one day. It's kind of about adapting this idea that you're already there. You already have everything within you that you'll ever need, and it's just kind of about reawakening to that and opening up to, just the fact that you're already perfect as you are, and you're imperfect, and we're all imperfect, but you're perfectly imperfect, and you're never going to be perfect one day, and, it just doesn't ever come when you're chasing that perfection. This is something that we all need to work on all the time, and I have days where I'm like, yeah, like I'm doing this and doing this and doing this, and I'm just, yeah, so passionate, and nothing could stop me, and then I have days too where I'm just like, oh my god, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can help anybody. I don't know if I can do blah blah blah. But it all starts with just realigning with your higher self and your higher energy, which I'll talk about later. So anyways, if I didn't believe in myself, I wouldn't be where I am today. And without talking for hours and hours on end, because I certainly could about everything that I've been through, but I believed in myself on some level that I could heal myself, that I could get better, and I did. In terms of healing my own eating disorder, that's what I did. I mean, did I struggle? Yeah, absolutely. Was it a brutal battle for 5 years? Absolutely. But I did it on my own, and I didn't have to go through the typical way. And people may think, well, how the hell did you do that? And sometimes I ask myself, how the hell did I do that too? But it's just because at the bottom root of that, somewhere in me, I always knew that I could do it. I knew I could get better on my own with the help of the universe, of course. And that's what I did. And for anyone trying to heal any addiction, that's always what it comes down to. You have to believe that you can do it on some level, which is really difficult, and I understand that because I've been there. And I understand that it's really difficult to get through the addiction itself and to find that little part inside your soul that says, hey, you can do this, you can get out of this on your own, or even if you need help, that part just has to believe that you can get out of it and that you can get better and be who you want to be and to be healthy. And that's where it all comes down to. I had people telling me I couldn't do it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have very supportive people in my life, and I always have. And some of those people have left, obviously, but, I'm very fortunate that I've always seemed to have pretty supportive, positive people around me. However, a lot of people didn't think I could do it. And even I did go twice because I was kind of forced to at the time to try like a rehab kind of center for my eating disorder years ago. And I went in twice. And I didn't want to go, and I went in twice just to kind of satisfy my family, and I said both times in me, I'm like, this isn't the way for me. This isn't the way for me. I'm stronger than this. I can heal on my own. And that's all I did. I went to like 2 meetings, and I was like, no, this is not what's going to resonate with me. And I'm not pushing that or forcing that on anybody, because we all have our own healing paths. But I'm just saying, it is possible to do. And I'm here to help anyone who's dealing with that sort of thing. It's definitely a struggle. There's no right or wrong way to heal. The only one who knows how to heal you is you, somewhere deep inside, even though you can be so messy and feel so confused and all that stuff. The only one who knows what you need to heal or to be happy is you. And same for music. I mean, I wouldn't be a singer-songwriter if I didn't believe in myself, It just goes for everything in my life. There's so many people some people were supportive and some people were not supportive. Some people said, hey, you suck. And I was like, thanks, that's awesome, and I had to believe in myself to get to where I am today. So right now I'm doing a lot of stuff, and I'm only able to do that because I believed in myself enough to do it. And I still have to remind myself to believe in myself sometimes. I still have days where I struggle because I'm human, and I always have to remind myself that I can do this. And that's the only reason why I'm doing what I'm doing today. That's the only way it's possible. The only way I can connect with all of you today and can send messages around the world and can be this positive, inspiring person, if you will, is because I believe in myself. And because I always did on some level, and sometimes I believed in myself this much, and sometimes I believed in myself this much, And if you have that little bit, that's where it all starts. If you just believe in yourself this much, honestly, that's all it takes to just start growing this belief in yourself. It's just got to start somewhere. So even if you believe in yourself this much, that's enough, and that's perfect to start with. And I still have people to this day that don't understand what I do, and don't understand who I am, and don't understand what I've been through, and don't understand, a lot of stuff about me, but it's never about just proving it to people. It's not just about, hey, this is who I am, I have to prove it, I have to prove my worthiness, It's about accepting yourself and just being confident in yourself and believing in yourself. That's what the root is. I mean, I have people, even in my own family, that just don't get it. They don't understand how I could help people, how I can inspire people. And honestly, so many things come naturally to me. And it's okay if not everyone understands that. Some people probably think I'm crazy, and that's okay. I really don't care. I do get messages, and I always have. I've been very in tune with my intuition since I was born, and I've always been very connected to the universe, and you can call that whatever you want. You can refer to the universe, to God, to angels. I mean, the labels don't really matter. But I've always been very, very connected, and that's how I stream things. That's how I stream messages when I talk to people. This is how I work, and this is how I'm here to help people in this life. And, it just comes through me, and this comes naturally, and this is how I help people. And some people, I have a lot of people in my family especially, and some friends as well, who are just like, well, they're very one-track mind, kind of traditional way of thinking in terms of, you have to go to school to do whatever you want to do. If you want to help people, you should be a guidance counselor, or you should be a teacher, or you should do this and this. And it's been really tough sometimes, because if you're always getting that kind of shoved down your ears and down your throat, you're like, whoa, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that. But bottom line, it's just so important to follow your intuition and do what you feel is right for you. That's always what it's about, and that's what I'm doing. I feel drawn to certain textbooks. I feel drawn to certain courses that usually aren't through schools. Like, they're usually through private courses and yoga instructors and stuff like this. And this is the kind of thing, this is how I learn now. I did go to college for art, and I finished it. But, my path is being led in other directions, and that's okay. And there definitely will be some people that just won't understand what I do in my life, and that's okay. And I've just had to come to terms with that lately, and I'm open to continuing to learn, I'm not closed in terms of that, if a course comes up that I want to take, I'll take it. And if there are textbooks or books whatever books catch my eye that I feel will benefit me and my growth and how I can help people, I will definitely invest in those as well. I'm always learning. It's just I don't learn in the same way that everyone else does. And if you don't learn in the same way everyone else does, that's okay too. There are many, many blessed spiritual people out there who are helping thousands and millions of people around the world, and they don't necessarily have a certificate. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again, I'm not discrediting anyone who goes to school for a very long time and who earns their degree and who, has the certificate and has all these things. I think that's great, but I do believe that everything is different for everyone. And our healing paths are different, our learning paths are different, and there's just no right or wrong way to do it. And for me, coming out and trying to help people and being a mentor, I've always wanted to be a mentor. I've always wanted to mentor people, and I kind of always knew that that's what I would be doing. I remember, being in kindergarten, it's what do you want to do? I was like, well, I want to teach, and I want to do music. And I always, I'm very creative in so many ways. And again, some people think, well, you should just do one thing, or just be on one path and choose one career. And that's just not the world we live in anymore. You don't have to limit yourself to one thing. If you're passionate about 2 things, then do 2 things. If you're passionate, like me, about 1,000,000 things, then do 1,000,000 things. You get to create your own truth, and it's not up to anyone else to tell you what to do. And people are always going to tell you what to do and what they think is best for you. And a lot of it does come from a loving place. So try not to get too frustrated when people tell you what you should do. Just kind of, sometimes you have to let it go in one ear and out the other, and just tune into yourself. And if you need help doing that, practice taking notes, or just mentally taking notes of what you're saying to yourself. And if you're buying into what other people are telling you, you get to create your own truth, and no one else does. And that's the bottom line. Try meditation, or try yoga, or try going out in nature. These are things that help ground you and help you realign with who you really are and what you really want and what you want for you. And, it's difficult sometimes because you just have all these people yelling things at you, and it's just, blah, all their energy is everywhere. And, it's really important to ground yourself and to take some time and do what you love to do. Make time to do what you love to do, no matter what that is, You deserve to do that. You deserve to have time for yourself and to have time to enjoy doing whatever you enjoy doing. And when you connect to that energy, and when you're spending time, you know, even an hour a day or something, you know, once you start spending more time doing what you love to do, you're connected to your higher self, essentially. You're connected to the whole universe and what you really want, and you're in a powerful state. So don't be afraid to do that. So I guess that's about it for today. I kind of got sidetracked because I don't know. Sometimes I'm just all over the place, but bottom line today is it's so important to believe in yourself, and that's where it all stems down to. There are so many positive people out there who are making a difference, and they can only do that because they believe in themselves. And every person out there who's making a difference in the world has people that love them, and they have people that hate them and don't support them. So everyone has that. So try not to let the people that don't believe in you discourage you or stop you from doing what you want to do. And I have to remind myself of that all the time. One last thing that I want to say is I watched a few online seminars a few months ago, and that's really what pushed me to fully get out there and to fully start doing what I'm doing now. And I just want to say thank you to everyone involved in Recovery 2.0 that was online. Mastin Kipp was involved, and Tommy Rosen, I believe. So many inspiring people. There were yoga teachers, there were people who had healed their own addictions, there were some people went through 12-step programs, some people healed themselves, some people did, there's so many ways to heal, like I always say. And what I gathered from watching this was just that reassurance that I don't need to do anything that I don't resonate with, and that it's okay that I naturally get messages, and that I naturally help people, and that I am very guided to say certain messages, and that's how I connect to people, and that's how I help people, and that's how I help myself. I get messages from myself as well. And I just owe big thanks and big gratitude to all those people involved, because I was watching so many inspiring people who don't have bachelor's degrees and who don't have certificates, and they healed themselves essentially, and they are helping so many people. And same as Mastin Kipp. Like, Mastin Kipp just was working in the music field, and then all of a sudden, he started a spiritual path and sharing his journey, and here he is, one of the most amazing people that I've heard of and that I resonate with. And he gets to connect with people all over the world every single day. And why and how? He's just being himself. He believes in himself, and he's sharing what he's being guided to share. And I think that's so awesome and so important, to just embrace who you are and embrace what feels right. And don't let anyone else tell you, how you should be paving your own path. Follow your own path and just keep doing your thing. And if you believe in yourself this much, remember, that's enough to start to manifest anything you could ever want. So hang on to that little bit of belief, because it really can easily start to grow and spread, and I'm here to help you try to do that and believe in yourself. But again, it doesn't matter what I say to you or what anyone else says to you. You gotta believe in you, at least a little bit. Because if you believe in yourself a little bit, then someone else can help you maybe widen it a bit, But no one can plant that seed in you, that self-belief seed, if you will. That seed has to be in you, and that's the only way people can ever help you and can help you water that seed that's already within you, is if you kind of open it up a bit. So I'm more than happy to help in any possible way that I can. You can check out my blog, justinestream.tumblr.com, to stay in contact with me. Feel free to email me at justines.stream@gmail.com, and I am just so blessed to be starting to mentor locally as well. So excited about workshops, so excited about everything. And again, the only thing I'm doing is just kind of sparking that little seed that's already within you. And I'm not giving you anything that your soul doesn't already know at some place within you, I'm just here to help you water your own little seed that you got going. And yeah, so I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll talk soon. Bye.